Hello everyone and welcome back to Innovatical. In today's episode, I am about to share a powerful secret with you. The first step to mastering the change. Instead of letting change happen to us, we can learn to harness it proactively as a tool to accelerate our journey toward our goals. Like a skilled surfer, instead of letting the powerful wave push us in every direction, we can ride them, using their energy to propel us forward with the greater momentum. Stay tuned as we uncover the secret behind the success of those who don't just react to the change, but actively use it to transform the world and create a lasting impact. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Innovatical. I am Nikki Eshiaqi, Professor of Chemical Engineering at RMIT University in Melbourne, Australia. If you are new to our channel, I just want to say welcome to the community. Here at Innovatical, we are all about the learning from each other, shaping our experience, and helping one another thrive, whether it is in our studies, research, or career. We are a community that values growth and collaboration. In our last episode, we discussed an important topic of the change. In fact, we explored the idea that the only thing that doesn't change is a change itself. As you know, everything around us is constantly evolving. We see it in technology, in society, in our culture, and in our personal lives. Change is inevitable, and often it's rapid. We talk about how technology, for instance, is evolving at incredibly fast change, which impact everything, from how we live to how we think and even how we value things. But here it is the big question. Is all these changes a good thing? Sure. Technology has made our lives more convenient, but it also comes with its own set of the consequences. Things like increased stress, information overload, and even ethical issues that we didn't face a decade ago. So, when we look at the change, it's not always clear if it's all beneficial, right? But as we dive deeper into the idea of the change, it is not just about the world around us. We, as a human being, are also constantly changing. We are not the same person we were yesterday. We are not the same person tomorrow. Think about it. Our values, our goals, our mindset, and even how we see the world evolve with time. Just like our bodies age, so do our perspective. Not only us, but every person we encounter is also undergoing the change in the same way. Now, the question is, how do we view this constant change? Does it scare us? For many, the idea of the change brings uncertainty and risk. It can feel uncomfortable because with the change comes the unknown. And that's something that naturally creates fear. But on the flip side, there are those who view change as an opportunity. They embrace it because they understand that with every change comes to the possibility of the growth, success, and new opportunity. So here is my question for you. Which group do you belong to? Do you shy away from the change? Or do you embrace it as a chance to learn and evolve? I hope by the end of this episode, you will identify with the second group, the ones who see the change as an opportunity. Because here it is the thing, change is inevitable. We cannot stop it. So we might as well make it work for us. If we do not develop the mindset to see change as a chance to grow, then we risk being left behind as the world continues to move forward. Now, in today's episode and a few episodes to come, we will explore how we can make more informed and insightful decisions in this ever-changing world. We will take a closer look at a strategy for navigating this shift so we can continue to thrive. Let me tell you a story that comes from a famous fable about a frog in a boiling water. Now, before you start thinking it is just a quickie old tale, let's break it down because it carries an important lesson. So imagine this. There is a frog in a pot of water. The water is initially lukewarm and the frog is comfortable, but here it is the catch. The temperature of the water is slowly and gradually increasing. The frog doesn't notice the change because it happens so slowly. By the time the frog realizes that water is dangerously hot, it is already too late for it to escape. This story is a metaphor for how we as a human often deal with the gradual change. We may not notice the shift happening around us or within us because they are so incremental. And just like the frog, by the time we realize something is wrong, it might be too late to act. This is why awareness is so important. When we are aware of the change happening around us, we can take a proactive step to adjust and make a better decision. The key is sensitivity to change, both in the world around us and within ourselves. We need to tune it to the subtle shift that happen in our environment or work in our relationship. But it is not just about the awareness of the external change. We also need to be mindful of the change we go through personally. Are you aware of how your value, mindset, and goals are evolving? Are you in tune with the changes happening in your relationship or in your career path? If we can recognize these shifts earlier on, we can make a better decision and position ourselves for success in this ever-evolving world. So, we have learned that change is inevitable. And being aware of these changes, both inside and outside of us, is the first step toward of the making informed and insightful decision. Before we wrap up today's episode, I wanted to share something important with you. There is a quote by famous philosopher Socrates, who said, "To know thyself is beginning of the wisdom." Think about that for a moment. If we wanted to understand and connect with others, we first need to understand ourselves. It is only when we know who we are, our strength, our weakness, our value, and our mindset, that we can truly understand and influence the world around us. Now, let's dive in deeper into the idea with a story I found incredibly powerful. There was once a man who had a big dream. He wanted to change the world. He believed that if he could just change enough the external circumstances, he could bring about the real transformation. So he set out on this grand mission, trying to impact the world around him. But no matter what he did, no matter how hard he worked, nothing seemed to truly change. After many years of struggle, this man began to realize that the world he wanted to change wasn't changing the way he had hoped. He thought to himself, maybe if I can just change my country or influence others around me, I can make a difference. So he tried to change his country, his community, and the people he interacted with. But again, he faced the same frustration. The world seems stubborn and resistant to his idea. And then one day, he had an epiphany. It dawned on him that if he truly wanted to see the change, he couldn't keep focusing on changing everything outside of him. He had to change himself first. Only by changing his mindset, his behavior, and how he responded to the world could he truly begin to influence the world around him. That realization became a turning point in his life. What an amazing story, right? It's true. If we wanted to make any real change, whether in our personal life, our career, or even in lives of others, the first step is always to change ourselves. We cannot change the world unless we start by transforming the way we think, act, and interact with the word. So here is the message I want you to take away today. For any change you desire, whether it is success, a better future, or positive influence in the lives of others, you need to start by changing yourself. In the next episode, we will explore this idea in a more practical way. And I will share real life example of the people who have been transformed their lives and their environment by starting with the self change. I don't want you to miss that discussion. So make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay updated with the latest episode. And I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this? Do you have a story of the change in your life? What are your goals for the future? And how do you plan on making them a reality? Share your experience with me in comments below. Until then, let's continue this journey together. Let's meet again in the next episode. And until then, goodbye and take care.